Welcome to Sacred Conversations. My name is Mandula, and we are here to build intimacy and connection, deeper intimacy and connection, by helping you rewire your nervous system, or rewire your brain rather, and recalibrate your nervous system. Okay, so question today is, why do I know so many tools for making me feel better, but I keep falling out of my routine? So I have divided this into 3 parts, and each 3 part is going to be like, we're going to keep going back to it. It's almost like going, what is the problem? Then you go, why? Then you go, what's the problem about that? Then you go, why? Up until it becomes a singular reason that is more compactable for your brain to understand why is it that you are doing what you're doing. Okay, so the possible reasons of why you would fall out of routine. First one, you are still creating one that works for you. 2, you don't feel safe and possibly don't know what safety feels like. Third reason, or third possible reason, you have forgotten that this life is a practice and you have taken every aspect of your life as a performance. And then we go into number 4. You lack full purpose of why you want routine, or the necessity. You don't really know the necessity on a deep, deep level. Because if you did, then you would be doing that routine, right? And then 5, you might actually not enjoy feeling better. I know, right? That's a very strange one to put, but that is exactly what came up. Okay, so now we dissect the first problem or first possible reason as to why you fall out of routine. Let's go back to 1. You're still creating one that works for you. Okay, so what you can do to alleviate this is to break down the process into more bite-sizable and achievable parts, really, right? You want to be able to, for yourself, see the bigger picture, see the purpose of what it's doing, and then break it down into many parts so that you can start embodying that. And that already allows you to build a deeper level of consistency and trust with yourself. Okay. And then I'm going to go to the third reason within number 1 of why you're still creating one, is that what you need to do, your action step, is to break it down into a process or a goal. And then, yes, I said here, bite-sized pieces divided into more manageable timeframes. So let's say you want to do a yoga practice and you want to practice yoga every single day. And before, you would know doing a yoga practice, because you go to a practice either 90 minutes, 75 minutes to an hour practice when you go with a teacher. Then it's time for you to go into self-practice. Or what you do is follow a YouTube channel with a yoga video and then dive deeper into that. And then self-practice. Now, because you haven't developed the level of concentration that it is required in order for you to focus on your body and to know, where does my body need to go to? That's what a teacher is there for, right? To help you reconnect the dots and to help you feel into your body. Now, if you're still building towards that, a simple thing would be to break it down in 5-minute segments. And you say to yourself, I, for 5 minutes a day, am going to do this shape. And you put a timer. And you just do that for like 3 days, a week, a month. And that becomes your meditation. Just 5 minutes of a yoga practice. Whether it's a holding of down dog, whether it's a seated meditation, just 5 minutes. And you're like, it seems a little bit too easy. But then what happens is you begin to observe why it isn't easy to do those 5 minutes a day of yoga. Okay. Let's go into the second reason as to why you fall out of routine. You don't feel safe and possibly do not know what safety feels like. Okay, so here, what I wrote is a lot of safety is related to chaos. So up until you understand what safety is, you'll keep vibrating what safety is not. And I wrote it here in a different way, and I said, a lot of safety is related to chaos. So up until you understand, you'll keep vibrating what you understand. It's the same thing, just in a different way. Let me talk about second part to that. So vibrational point of safety. If you grew up with anxious parents, because the first 7 years of your life is monkey see, monkey do. You don't have full words and the emotional understanding of what the words in association is. It's example, you could be saying no to a child and you're trying to warn them, but they keep taking you as no as yes because they can't fully emotionally understand the association of what no means and what no means or stop, right? They will see it in the way you act it out. Okay. So if you grew up with very anxious parents, you will also be anxious because you would see by their actions how they would react to things. And in that reaction to things, you possibly associated that with safety. Yet and you didn't feel safe. Do you get what I mean? So that's why a lot of your safety is related to chaos up until you understand that you are vibrating at the level of chaos. And then the possible solution there is focused attention on what you do want versus what you don't want. So what I would do is create a list of things you don't want in your life, like anymore. Like you don't want to not tell the truth, or you don't want to lie. You don't want to hang around with people who don't make you fulfilled, etc., etc. Then on that same page, typical thing to do is write down the opposite, because what you don't want has vital information to show you what it is you do want. So I would break that down for yourself. Okay. Third point. You have forgotten that this is a practice and have taken every aspect of your life as a performance. You can't breathe. Think about it when you're in a performance. The nerves associated with that. You think of going on stage, that you have to be perfect. And if you're not perfect, you're not going to be liked. So that's what happens. You have taken life as a stage because, like I said, monkey see, monkey do. That's what you saw growing up. And you are simply replicating a pattern. This is where generational curses come in. Okay. And when I mean curses, it's just simply patterns that have replicated themselves in you, through you, from your grandmother, great-grandparents, etc. And if you're taking things as a performance, what I wrote down as a second step there, it's due to not feeling good enough. So you have related good enough as perfect. And this was... my writing. Okay. This was due to external validation in order for you to feel seen, heard, and acknowledged. And remember, these were from your first caretakers, who also, by the way, did not know how to regulate their nervous system or rewire their brain. That wasn't even language. So the fact that you have that language accessible, you can have a softness towards your parents, right? Or your caretakers. And I'm not talking physical abuse or any sort of abuse here, but I'm talking in understanding the softening of any anger that you might have from not feeling safe and feeling loved. And then the third possible solution there for you would be to create affirmations. Yeah, it's as simple as that. And it goes back to that bite-sized part of your practice where you repeat for a month. You must understand, when you look at kids and you understand kids, every parent will know this. I'm not a parent. I've been a step parent though, and I've seen, my sister's kids too. I've had that opportunity to just observe. Where was I going with that one? Perfection and kids and feeling acknowledged. Let me go to the third part, affirmations. You must understand that if you've seen kids, they can repeat a book for years. They can repeat a movie all the time. They can repeat wanting the same meal all the time. And the reason why is because as kids, we naturally understand that safety is in repetition. Safety is in consistency, and safety, it creates more trust and dependability. And then also it allows you to rewire the brain, because now you're tapping into subconscious mind. Subconscious mind is basically repetition. Anything you repeat over time for extended, Joe Dispenza talks about this with focused time, then you are able to rewire your brain. Yeah, but you want to take an affirmation of even I am enough, and you keep repeating that every single day, no matter what you do. What could also be possible for you to just do rebirthing ceremonies, which I do online and in person, and it requires breath and movement or massage, depending. That's obviously going to be in person if that's the case. Okay. Now we move into the fourth part. You lack full purpose in why you want routine. Okay. Then we go to an extended why. This is part of your discovery towards safety, connection, and freedom. So you're moving from a lack of safety, a lack of connection, and a lack of freedom. And when you vibrate from what you don't want, if that is your highest vibration, you're going to keep emulating that, or would that be emulating, or you will keep recreating that energy up until you understand that you're creating from a lack. So it keeps pulling through, right? It keeps pulling through, because any energy that's embodied within you then becomes a masculine representation in the physical world. The feminine energy, you are rewiring the nervous system and the brain, and then what comes out in the physical plane allows you to, it's almost like the universe asking you, is this what you want? Is this what you want? It's like ordering from a menu of possible opportunities that you never knew existed, meals you didn't even know that existed. Yeah. And then here with that one, we also talk about what you need to do in that last part, because you are discovering what safety, connection, and freedom is what I would do is redefine what safety is, what connection is, and freedom is for you. A lot of the times what we don't realize what we're doing is we are creating from what we think would be perfect in order to be seen from our parents' eyes or our caretakers. So we're pushing this energy of, I want to be seen, I want to be seen, I want to be heard, I want to be heard, I want to be acknowledged, I want to be acknowledged. But they don't, or possibly don't have the emotional bandwidth, because they've been repeating this for years. So it's engraved in their system. This is where you come to generationally shift and break that by doing and realizing the reason why, finding out, discovering why is it that that happened. So then you help them heal too. Do you get what I mean? So you have to start redefining what safety is for you, what connection is for you, and what freedom is for you, and not what you were told without your full depth understanding of what it is. Okay, number 5, this is the last one. This is truth, and it's not going to feel comfortable for some of you. You might actually not enjoy feeling better. Let me say that again. You might not actually enjoy feeling better. And what I wrote here, if I can read my writing again. Okay. You might actually not enjoy feeling better because you have associated it with being alone. And being alone in peace or with peacefulness makes you feel guilty. I know, right? We have been made to feel guilty as a society to feel peace. It's like, how dare you when I'm suffering, that you are not suffering with me. So to be peaceful sometimes can be very isolating because, once again, it goes back to a lot of people's systems are so used to safety as chaos. Okay. So how do you counter that? A possible way is stop feeling guilty. Fear not who you're going to lose because you lose each other anyway by not being connected. Yeah, by not being connected. And eventually the truth always reveals itself. So even if you stay with someone, eventually there's going to be a sense of resentment or bitterness that builds up because both of you are not being able to communicate what you actually want. And this is why we are here for relationship, to help each other heal these aspects of ourselves that are in pain from our childhood. And then not only are we carrying pain from ourselves, our own pain, we're carrying our mothers, we're carrying her mothers, her mothers, her mothers, her mothers, her mothers, her mothers, up until each generation has an opportunity to cancel that. We are just going to keep rebuilding upon that, right? So now there's a saying that says, those who matter don't mind, and those who mind don't matter. I don't know who said that one, but I think we're going to end it at this. I think I've given you quite a bit of information to be able to help you understand why is it that you have so many tools, but you just keep falling out of the routine of using them, or you lack the inability to use them when they are required. Please do like, share, and subscribe, and share this with anyone whose nervous system needs rewiring. Share this with anyone who is needing their subconscious mind just to remember who they are. I'm just simply a mirror reflection for you, because you have this innate wisdom already. You have it within inside you. So I'm just simply here to empower you whilst I jabber and enjoy talking to you, and enjoy one day just visualizing being able to sit with a group of you and just have this conversation live. Okay, I am out, sending you so much love and light.